I have to drive, bro.
Good morning. Today is another day of pedals and purpose. Now, yesterday I promised you that I will explain, give you context as to why I am in this hotel room and why I decided to stay here for the night and not outside in my tent in a camping site or at a bus stop or anything in the field. So, first of all, I arrived at Bremen city center yesterday at around 8 p.m. And at 8 p.m. obviously all the camping sites are already closed, and the next camping site was 20 kilometers away, 15 kilometers away, and the alternative was a hotel room. And so what I decided to do is I texted my mom, and my mom sent me a couple offers for cheap hotel rooms in this area, and then I just picked one and paid. And well, then I arrived at 9 something. I just checked in, and they even let my bike in. Look, my bike's with me in this room. And let me tell you, the drive here was no joke. 14 kilometers in less than 30 minutes. What the hell? What the hell, bro? I was pushing the pedals to the limit and I arrived in time. And now let me just give you a little room tour here. We have the bed that I slept in tonight. It is very, very cool. The mattress is very good and the pillow is also very soft. And we also have another bed, I don't know why, but we have another bed up here. Our table here with all my stuff, and the power banks actually, they're both fully charged, so we have no problem with that. And we have some rest of the food from yesterday. And we also have a sink and a bathroom area where we can brush our teeth, wash our face. And when we look outside, there's the Autobahn. As you can see, it is raining again. So we come from the rain and we enter in the rain, but this time with dry clothes. And we'll pack everything up and then I'll meet you in a minute. Alrighty, now let's see. Let me show you how far we need to go today. 162 kilometers. This is more than double from yesterday. Why is that? Because I need to reach Ahrensburg, and Ahrensburg is just behind Hamburg. I need to go there. My brother is not waiting till 4 a.m. for me to arrive, bro. 160 kilometers in 10 hours, pure driving. Wow. So now it's 9:14 a.m. So I'll pack everything up real quick, make myself ready, and then we'll head out to run this big. So, alright, I packed everything up. I ate the rest of my shawarma, and now we have to go because it is already, where's my phone? It is already 9:35, and although the latest checkout is at 11 a.m. I want to be in Hamburg already at 11 a.m. But it started to stop raining. We have to go. There's no other option that we have than just to go kilometers after kilometers. I just looked at it and it is 162 kilometers. And by the way, today is one of the best days because we will see something later in the day that will absolutely blow your mind if you are as enthusiastic about this one thing as I am. And this one thing that we're going to see, it is a thing, it is materialistic, yes, but if you see this, and if I can be able to capture this on camera, how beautiful this thing is, then you will agree with me that this is the most beautiful materialistic thing that you can buy with money. But if you want to figure out what that is, stay tuned and we'll figure that out together later in the video. But now, let's keep on going and get the first kilometers in. Let's stop at a shop and get some breakfast, and then we're on the way. And off we go on the bike right here at Burger King. Let's start the navigation to Lual.
In Hamburg, Ahrensburg. Let's see how far that is again. Woo! 162 kilometers on the clock that we need to do today. And this is going to be very, very exciting and very, very interesting. I just need to figure out how I get over this strait here. I'm not quite sure if this is correct because he tells me, oh nice, okay. I'm just confused, bro. I am just visibly confused. I just wanted to go on the autobahn with the bike. It still rains a bit, but that's alright. We can live with this. Let's get to Ahrensburg. I have no idea where that is. I have no idea how long it's going to take because my navigation tells me pure driving time is 10 hours. So 10 hours straight of driving without any breaks, without any rest, without any pauses. And that's not going to happen, obviously. And by the way, we already traveled 500 meters today. So looks like it's going to be a good day. Bye. By the way, if you're new to this channel, this is a tour from Cologne, where I come from, to Copenhagen, 1,000 kilometers in approximately 10 to 11 days. In the first episode, I said 9 to 10 days, but obviously there are things that come in between and the things that you experience, and the circumstances change. And due to this fact, I decided to stay one day longer on the first camping site, and this set me back one day, but that's totally fine. And we're not just here to shred kilometers, but also to experience the landscapes, to discover the cities on the way. Today is, as I said, 161 kilometers only. Only. This is more than double from yesterday, but join me on this beautiful journey. Oh, I need to put on my beautiful riding gloves, and then we are off to Ahrensburg. And as I said, before Ahrensburg, before we arrive there, there's a beautiful, beautiful place that we will visit. I hope it's still open when we get there, but you will see that this is undoubtedly the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen, and you will see too. And you join me in this journey, you enjoy this journey, you experience every ups, you experience all the lows with me. And without further ado, let's get into today's episode.
Wow, she is so big. That's a big boy, big girl right there. I think it's a boy. Wow, I would love to be as muscular as you are, bro. He's just looking at me. I hope you have a beautiful day, bro. I need to keep going to Ahrensburg today. 160 kilometers. Bye bye. But one good thing about the rain is that it's not that warm, obviously, and I'm not sweating that much because of the sun, and that's quite cool. So we will just have to regulate our body temperature, because yesterday I didn't really manage to do that, and I was sweating in the rain. Tried to take off my jacket for cooling and getting dry, and then it was very windy and cold, so I'm going to have to regulate this today a bit better. And well, besides that, you know how it looks here. The scenery is always the same, just acres and acres of fields until we arrive at Hamburg, in Hamburg. I must say that even though I have my earpods in to protect me from the winds, my ears are freezing cold, so I might have to wear the shiesty again, the ski mask, for just warming up and keeping my head warm, and I think I'll do that now. And there we are again with the ski mask on, shiesty action with the helmet back on, and we're off. Let's go! Let me give you an update on how far we've come since the last 2 minutes or something. We are in motion for 24 minutes. Remaining fuel riding time is 9 hours and 25 minutes. So put another 9 hours on this and we should be there. Oh, this sounds so false. By the way, I'll still wear my glasses because yesterday, when I didn't wear them, my eyes
were extremely red because of all the wind that comes in my face, and that's better than nothing. At least I can protect one side with this, and the other side just is dangling around there. It's quite alright. I decided to zip up my jacket a bit and hold the rest with my chesty on here, so that it's not closed all the way, and there's still some airflow coming in and to dry me off, but it's also not too cold. So I'll keep you updated. Let's keep on going.
Look at this. I've never seen the Marcus Real drink, Mango Passionsfrucht, Dark Energy. Wow. And also Greenergy here. And by the way, we're going to ride through Buxtehude today, which is the home of Monte. Montana Black, if you know them, for all the German people here. But I think about getting a Snickers or Mars. I think I'm going to take a Snickers because, as you can see, there's nothing out here, and maybe that's the last chance I get to, well, eat anything.
The alarm on my phone just went on for me to wake up because I set it on 10:30 a.m. because checkout at latest is 11 a.m. and I didn't really know how long I wanted to sleep. Almost crashed again. Let's see if this whole flood has anything to offer. Back on the road again. 150 kilometers left, and I just ate a banana that I bought from the shop, and now we're on the way to Buxtehude. I think Buxtehude is about 30 kilometers from here, so we'll see how Monty grew up and how Big G Montana Black lives. So due to the fact that this is going to be a at least 10 to 12 hour ride today, I decided that I will take a break every hour or so to sit down, eat something, drink something, and then keep going, because I tend to do more than I can in the first run, and that's not smart. I'm going to have to adjust that today, and while adjusting that, find some food or anything. By the way, we are 20 kilometers in and 140 more to go. If you're not from, oh my goodness. Wow, 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 wow. Look at this. Time for a little snack. By the way, my rain jacket officially completely done.
So now we're going to
get some electrolytes and a Dextro Energy Classic. I'm gonna just take off my rain jacket to dry a bit from the sweat and from the rain. 15 to 20 minutes. Just a small break, not to push too far in the first section of this 160 kilometer ride today. Oh my god, this rain jacket. Ah. So let's see, I found this beautiful map here. Yesterday and today we started around here, Lilienthal, and now we have made our way to Vorwerk here, and our first checkpoint is right here. So this is about 30 kilometers. Again, not a study well on a map, but Hamburg is around here, and we go this way to Hamburg and to Lual, who lives in Ahrensburg. And this is our goal for today.
Now guess what? The sun just came out, it's getting a bit warmer, and woo, I'm feeling great. But I shouldn't be mistaken that this is only the first 30 of 160 kilometers. So how I feel now has nothing to say and has nothing to do with how I feel in 130 kilometers when I arrive at Lual's place. And also, I don't even know his exact address. That's what I have to ask him. Left, right. Oh my goodness. And again, we have cornfields and a forest. That's about it. You can't see anything else in this region of Germany. But what you can see is that we have a very bad street here, very bad path for my tires. Because as I said in episode 2 and previous episodes, I absolutely love little small sharp rocks, and my rear tire loves that too. So in 10 more kilometers, we have the next smaller city where we can finally buy some food, because I hadn't had breakfast, really. And I want to take a rest because we've already been riding for 2 hours now, and we have 7.5 hours left. And in these 7.5 hours, I don't want to be too exhausted, and I want to give my body some time to recover and to quickly process and digest the calories that I give it. Let me just tell you some stats. We have 125 kilometers left, which is approximately the distance from day one. But on day one, I haven't ever experienced this type of stress and pressure on my body, and this resistance just becomes a habit and your body adjusts to it. So 124 kilometers is doable, but only if you do it smart. I could just go full speed now for 15 kilometers and then I'm dead, or I pace myself and keep a consistent pace with a short break here and a short break there to just refill my storage of food and water and electrolytes most importantly. I love these roads because this is not a field path as you know it, and it is a beautiful street. As you can see on the left and right side, there are trees that are kind of protecting me from wind coming from the left and right. So it's pretty wind still in here. And as I just said, 8.6 more kilometers. And then we are in Seven, where we actually wanted to go yesterday, but there is just nothing on the way there, as you just saw. And that's why I decided to stay in the hotel tonight. So keep enjoying this episode and we'll meet at the store. And we have reached Seven. Now we just have to look for some store that's open and has some food for us. I think it's not spraying again. It's not so cool, but this right. We have 50 kilometers down, 117 more to go. I'm just gonna look for a store now that has some nice steaks or anything that I can eat. Netto and shit, yeah.
So I just decided that we were going to sit here for a minute and take a break because we've already been riding for more than 2 hours. Let me just tell you, we've traveled 50 kilometers and 116 to go, 2 hours and 16 minutes left, and an average speed of 20.3 kilometers an hour. We're going to use this stop right here as our next checkpoint, and you know what that means. Find the permanent marker, put the wallet away, and the next stripe number 15 on the bike, checkpoint number 15. And now I'm going to enjoy some rice cakes, a cupcake, and some honey.
We are leaving the city of Seven and we're going 114 kilometers left on the clock. And we're going to Ahrensburg tonight at 10 p.m. Probably right about this time. And now I have to warm up again because all of my clothes are drenched in sweat and it's quite cold in the wind now. But I'm gonna figure it out. On our way to Buxtehude. We are in the forest again. Beautiful forest roads and paths. Ooh, we just had a bunch of food, a bunch to drink, and now we're fully loaded and reloaded, recharged to keep going to Buxtehude. And if we reach Buxtehude, this is about the checkpoint of the 100 kilometer mark. So after Buxtehude, we only have to do approximately 60 kilometers till we are at Lual's place in Ahrensburg, Hamburg, and that's quite cool. So what I've come to realize is that if you set your goal high, then you won't feel the urge or the resistance to stop after 50 kilometers or something. I remember day 3, I think it was, that I only made 70 kilometers or something, and I said, well, the goal was 100, and 100 is like the baseline that I want to keep. And then I didn't meet this baseline for once on day 3, I believe. And then this just keeps going like a flywheel. And such a feedback loop can be very dangerous when you have a baseline or a standard of 100 to 120 kilometers a day, and then you don't reach the standard every single day. It is very hard for yourself to accept that you have limits. I'm sure I was far from it, but I didn't want to go to 100% limits to the point where I'm just passed out on the floor. Well, I want this tour to be uncomfortable for me, but not uncomfortable to the point where I need to be in the hospital every single day because my ass is sore, my muscles are sore, or some kind of damage or some kind of injury, and hopefully this doesn't happen, but you never know. So I'm going to go to Buxtehude now, as I said a million times already, but I'm really interested in the city and seeing where Montana Black grew up and blew up. And I already saw the license plates of Buxtehude, so the STD. Ooh! Fast there, boy! So I'll meet you in Buxtehude then. So as you can see, I've taken off my rain jacket and 2 t-shirts just to get them dry. And the sun's come out, so it's not that cold anymore. And I'm just gonna pace myself now until my clothes that I have on are at least kind of dry. So Buxtehude is in 25 kilometers, but Buxtehude isn't even the one thing that I've been talking about all the time. The one beautiful thing is, I believe, a couple of kilometers further than that. And I must say that these glasses, the right one is just on my eyeball, and the left one is like, there's so much room there. But anyways, better than nothing. If I would drive like this, I'll have to squeeze my eyes all the time, and I don't want to do that. So whoa, let's go to Buxtehude. My goodness, this rain jacket really annoys me. Ay, ay, ay. Shh. I get it. Hopefully it stays closed. There it is. Buxtehude on the fucking sign. Let's go. Buxtehude on the sign. We are on the way and we are getting there. So 21 more kilometers until we reach Buxte, God blessed Hude. We have finally made it to Buxtehude, Landkreisstadt, Hansestadt. Let's go. Now we just have to go into the city center, which is 4.8 kilometers away from here, I believe. And as a little update on my rain jacket, the zip close is absolutely destroyed, and can throw this shit in the trash. I'll probably need to buy a new one because repairing the zipper will take too long, and I don't have the time to do this. Due to the fact that my zipper is destroyed now and doesn't work, all the cold wind comes onto my body. And there we are. We have successfully reached Buxtehude, and that means this is our next checkpoint, checkpoint number 16. And now I'll try to get a new jacket, because obviously the one that I have with me is broken and the zipper doesn't work anymore. So I'll have to look out for a new one, and maybe I'll find one, maybe not, but I'll see. We have successfully obtained a new rain jacket that is better. It doesn't have a zipper, that is broken and works like beauty. I just got one beautiful Coke and one beautiful Fritz Limo. I'm going to drink this one right now, and then we're off to Hamburg. I just texted Lual real quick if everything stands and everything is safe, because I'm probably gonna arrive at this place at 10:30 p.m. We've done 93.94 kilometers so far, and there's still 70.6 left. Oh my goodness. I have no idea if I can do this, but I will try my best, because it just wouldn't make sense to sleep in Hamburg somewhere, then in Ahrensburg, and then in Lübeck. There would be 2 rest days in a row, and it just wouldn't make any sense. Boom, boom, boom! 100 kilometers up, 100 kilometers on the clock. 65 more to go. 65! Hey, what the hell did I do? 65 more until we are in Ahrensburg, and I feel that I start tweaking out a bit. I start seeing things and I start swerving on the lanes. I'm not quite sure if this is smart. This decision is going to be made in 17.3 kilometers, because in 17.3 kilometers there is the biggest surprise waiting on us that you can ever imagine, and it's gonna make this all worth it. It's gonna make this all worth it 10 times even. And I'm going to switch on the street here because no one's here, and I feel like I'm in The Walking Dead where no humans are alive and there's zombies coming out the woods, the forest. Considering that on the first day of Pedals and Purpose, we only did 119 kilometers. Then we significantly dropped on the day 3, 81.1. Then the next day, 71.8. And then yesterday, no, it's not yesterday, the day before yesterday, 105 kilometers. And yesterday, 89.5. Do you recognize a pattern? A pattern in behavior, a pattern in repeating kilometers. Yes, it is. It is right around this 100 kilometer mark. Ooh. And now, my dumbass decided, let's try 165. Oh my goodness. So, even though this street is fully empty, I feel like it's going uphill and I don't like this. I'm just going to stop here and take off my rain jacket. Oh! Take off my rain jacket, almost fell. Yeah, I need to rest for a bit. I just met the nicest gentleman in the woods. He was sitting in his car from his company. His company does windows and facades. I was asking if anyone's in the building, and he said no, nobody's there, but I can open up the door for you and give you some water from the tap. And now I'm on the way to the beautiful surprise that I have for you. And the reason that on this street there's nothing and no one is because it's actually not allowed to be here for anyone besides bike. So it's locked up because there's some construction going on. I just looked at the altitude for this upcoming kilometers, and it looks like we're going downhill in a bit, which is beautiful. Then we're going to be at the next checkpoint in 16 kilometers, and 16 kilometers is beautiful. Then we only have 63 kilometers left until Ahrensburg and Lual's place. I need to stop talking, it's way too exhausting. So I'm gonna keep going and we'll meet at the next checkpoint. I hope you enjoyed this episode so far, because I'm myself here. One thing that you need to know is that whenever you try to do a bike trip or a bike tour like this, consider that the first 10 kilometers are like body work. The first 20 to 30 kilometers is still light work. And then after 50, you feel like you're a bit exhausted. And if you reach 100 kilometers, if you do, then it really goes downhill. With your energy, with your focus, with your concentration, and your physical and mental well-being. Now you see that it goes downhill. Close up the jacket. This is, by the way, a new jacket that I just bought. Now let's go down this hill. And now look at this. Bremen and Hamburg. We came from Bremen. We don't need to go back to Bremen. We want Hamburg. And by the way, if you're wondering how I have this much energy right now, and even if I just nearly collapse on the floor, is because I've made a decision. I've made a choice to keep going and follow through. And based on this fact, I have to understand that if I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it all the way, why not have positive energy? Why not have as much energy as I can? Oh, speedometer, is that working? Oh, I was scammed. I was being tricked. Anyways, what I wanted to say is, if you have a goal and you are certain, you know for sure that you want to reach this goal and you will reach this goal, put all your energy into it. Why would you not invest as much energy, time and attention into a goal if you know, if you're certain that you will pursue it 100%? And that's just what I realized right now. It doesn't help that I just stand around crying and complaining that it's so hard. All the last days I didn't do this much. And now what? What do you want to do? You are in the middle of the forest. You want to sleep here? You want to set up your tent here? What the hell are you supposed to do? Oh, my chain and my gears aren't functioning as well as they did before. Oh no. Hey, at least it doesn't rain. At least it does not rain. And hopefully 12 more kilometers till we reach the best checkpoint on this whole trip. Without a doubt. The absolute best. I hope he's still there, and it is still there, because let's fucking go. We need this. We absolutely need this checkpoint for our life. And if it's not there anymore, I will stop this trip and take the train to Ahrensburg. I don't care. This is my word. If it's not there, I'm taking the next train to Ahrensburg. I'm not gonna ride my bike anymore. I'm taking the train. Fuck this. Another little descent. Yeah. Drop the altitude, drop this. Drop the altitude to 0. I just went downhill, come on, man. Woo! Oh my goodness. This has to stop, I have to arrive, bro. I cannot do this anymore. I cannot do this anymore. Come on, full speed now. I'm starting to tweak out. Full speed. Oh man, this was the best decision to buy this. This jacket is beautiful. Let me just give you my speed. 40 kilometers right now. 40 kp, 41, 42, 10 more kilometers. And we've traveled 107 so far. And we have traveled 120 kilometers. We've beaten our best from day one, and I feel way better than day one, because day one was 119 kilometers, 119, and 15 kilometers of those, the last 15, were with a flat back tire, flat rear tire, and we'll have to go 48 kilometers until Ahrensburg, but unfortunately Lual didn't message me, so I'll have to call him in a couple minutes if he doesn't answer. I lost my glasses. Who cares? It's a Hellcat. It's a Hellcat. Ooh! Yeah! Wunderschön.
Whoa, wait a second. This ain't no Hellcat. Let me show you a real Hellcat from Poland.
I cannot believe that I'm actually saying this right now. But we have crossed the 140 kilometer mark. We have 28 kilometers more to go. And then we are at 170 kilometers for the day. And I really didn't expect this, but wow. If I make this, which I will, absolutely, then I expect you to like this video and subscribe. If you don't do this, I don't know what's wrong with you. In 6 kilometers, we're at the central train station, and then we'll see how much a ticket would cost with the bike from the central train station to Ahrensburg, which is approximately 25 kilometers away from the central main station. Then I'll decide if I go there by bike or I'm going to use a joker, which is the train. I did it, man. I reached Hamburg city. Oh my god, look at the scenery.
Oh, those are stairs. No, sir. I don't want stairs. Hey, I'm driving down them. I'm sending them. At least there's a ramp. Junge. Ay. Hoppala. Fucking hell. This does not work. Ooh, what the Now let's just see where we need to go. Ahrensburg city at night. Alrighty. Let's see how long we take. 11 kilometers. So about 30 minutes. And in 30 minutes it's 10:30 p.m. And 10:30 p.m. is exactly the time that I told him and I told me myself that I'm going to arrive at his place. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that impeccable? So let's just close my newly bought jacket to not get a cold out here, because in fact it is cold and I'm sweaty and wet. That's why it's even colder. But what did I see right here? Donor. It's Donor Time. Reste von der richtigen Spaghetti auch, das ist mir egal.
Falafelteller geht auch.
Ein Falafelteller und einmal zum Mitnehmen, beides auch Spaghetti bitte. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Again, we have successfully secured the bag of food. We have falafel and we have spaghetti bolognese. And this might seem repetitive, but it is not repetitive. It is just essential food and better than nothing. The gentleman in the store was just about to close and I was in 3 minutes before he actually closed. And that was, again, a lucky shot for me. And let me just turn on... Opa! Let me just turn on the navigation again. All the lights are off. Oh my god! Oh my god, bro. It really is time to arrive. Alright, let's navigate. 10 kilometers. Oh, it's the same as yesterday. Yesterday we had 30 minutes to be at our motel, and it was also 10 kilometers away. And we did this 10 kilometer in 30 minutes. But due to the fact that I'm not going to a motel right now, I'm going to a private person whose name is Lual. He's the biggest gangster I know, bro. And the funny thing is that I've just met him on YouTube. One of his videos was recommended to me a couple months ago. And since then I've been watching him. He's doing daily vlogs, and his goal is to become a millionaire at age 23, which is about, I'm not quite sure, 1.5 years away. And he's doing a great job. So not only is this an option to highly network with people and get to know people who want to do the same things that you want to do, and you just do things, but no, also he's a kind guy, and he is such a nice gentleman that he allowed me to come to his home. I've never met him. I only sent him 3 pictures of my face and a message explaining what I do. And he said, bro, that's crazy, come over, you can sleep in my house, no problem. And well, we're about to meet him. We have 10 kilometers left. We have traveled 168 kilometers today. And I must say that I feel better than yesterday. Really. I have no idea why that is the case, but it just is. And we're about to head to Lual's place and just enjoy the time, bro. This has been a great and crazy day. I hope you enjoyed this episode, because wow, I think I've never recorded this much on this entire tour on one single day, and it really it happened a lot. And I'm just going to look over the footage of today when I arrive at Lual's place, both on my biggest screen, which is the iPad that I have with me. And as you can see, it is getting dark very, very quick. I just arrived at the store and ordered, and it was very lightly dark. And now I step 1 foot out of the store and it is pitch black dark. How has this happened? The sun is setting so quickly out here that you really need to race in order to get anywhere remotely safe and remotely in light. Oh my god, almost crashed. Oh, you see, my concentration is decreasing exponentially. So we have 9.4 kilometers left. I'm just going to close off my jacket fully and lock in for those last 9 kilometers that we reach Lual's place, and don't let him wait all this time. By the way, look at this, 170 kilometers. Even though
10 kilometers of this ride was pure driving on a train. It actually feels so great to see this number on your screen. Ooh. I think it was yesterday that I considered driving through the night and just using the darkness as my ally, as Bane would say. Darkness is my ally, or something like this. And I must say, it's very relaxing. There's no one outside, no cars. And as I say this, I remember when David Goggins, his famous clip where he was outside running and he said, you can pave down this way and this way. There's no one inside. There's nothing inside. And people ask me where I get my energy from. And he said, I get my energy from those moments, knowing that I'm up at 3 a.m. running outside and no one else is doing this.
Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality. You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting the fuck after it every daggone day. Stay hard.
And because he's doing the things that nobody else is doing, he gets the things that nobody else gets. And I'm not comparing myself to David Goggins in any way, never in my life, but it kind of feels the same when just peaceful night, peaceful, empty streets, and you're just rolling on your hurting bum that is probably sore for the last couple of days. Your knees start hurting. Everything just feels kind of painful and you just want to arrive. Even though I want to arrive, I know that even if I arrive, and even when I arrive, it is not the final destination. This is day 6 or something of at least 10. And I'm going to have to go to beautiful Copenhagen in the next days. And I am hyped, I'm excited. But I believe that I'm going to stay here for another day tomorrow and just use it as a recovery day and just the same as day 2, as a day to refill calories, to essentially reboot my entire digestive system and to be back on track, top performing on the next day. And I really don't miss those camping sites with rain and the animals and the noises and everything. But as I said, we chase discomfort. We want things to be uncomfortable instead of comfortable. And that's where we're on. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Leave a like, leave a comment. Please comment down below what your thoughts are about this journey. What insights did you get from the recordings and the footage that I showed you today and the last episodes? Please let me know. Let's connect. Let's build new relationships, meet new people, meet new places, go to new places, and grow. With that being said, we have 7.8 kilometers left, and I just talked straight for 2 kilometers, and I'm just going to keep going and push the pedals to the limit, push into the limit. All right, see you. Ja, ist richtig. Also nähe Köln, 30 Kilometer von Köln. Hi. Hallo. Elias, heilige Scheiße.
Wir sind spontan unterwegs.
Gut, wow. Nee, ich meine das Fahrrad. Ob ich das draußen abschließen soll.
Das kannst du hinter die... ja, hier dürfte es eigentlich...
Irgendwo in... Okay.
Du hast den abschließen?
Ja, ich habe einen Schluss dabei.
Ja, du kannst.
Heilige Scheiße. Ey, 180 Kilometer, ne? Gestern waren es 80, heute 180.
Alter, komm.
Heilige Scheiße.
Ich kann so viel, wie man schaffen muss.
Ich kann nicht mehr.
Crazy.
Wir haben hier so ein Geländer.
Hier. habe ihn erstmal Lennart genannt aus Versehen. Aber mit I.
Mit I.
Mit I.
Special.
Ja.
Weil E ist ja so langweilig, ist normal.
Ist ja kein Standardmensch.
Ja, stimmt.
Sonst wird er hier nicht vorbeikommen. Ich habe die Cam mal geholt, sonst passiert ja nichts.
Ja, die läuft auch schon, die andere Cammy-Wange.
Ja, komm.
Ja. Wir sind da.
Geil. Geil, guck mal, ich introduce dich mal.
Ja, introduce dich mal.
Also das ist Elias, er ist aus Köln.
Aus der Nähe Köln, ja, Trostorf.
Aus der Nähe von Köln hierher gefahren. Das
Also-
kann ich mir nicht vorstellen. Ich kann nicht mal Fahrrad fahren, wusstest du das?
Kannst du nicht?
Das ist krass, ne?
Okay.
Das ist brutal. Ja, du kannst das. Also, eigentlich dürfte es wirklich keiner klauen. Das wird schon sehr.
Ich mach's dir einmal zum Gelände dran, das passt schon.
Das wird schon ultra weird.
Ultra weird, ja, weiß man nicht.
Ja.
Die haben mich gerade reinfahren sehen und dachten, guck mal, der hier durch die ganzen Straßen singt und so.
Wirklich?
Ja, ja.
Geil. Ja, ich kann mir nicht mal vorstellen, 20 Kilometer zu fahren. Du.
Nee, also ich glaube, der erste Tag war wirklich schlimm, weil 15 Kilometer vor dem Campingplatz ist mein hinterer Reifen aber platt geworden.
Nice.
Und da ist ein Loch drin gewesen dann.
Nice.
Und dann durfte ich erstmal den ganzen Berg dann Wuppertal, Dortmund hochfahren mit dem platten Reifen.
Das war gestern, ne?
Bro, Dortmund.
Weil Dortmund ist doch so. Oder wann war das? Nee, vorgestern?
Bro, Dortmund war vor einer
4
Woche.
Tage. Ja, ich wollte gerade sagen.
5 Tage.
Ich wollte gerade sagen.
Ich bin nicht der Flash, Bro, ich bin nicht der Flash.
Das kann nicht heute gewesen sein.
Nee, heute ist nur von Bremen bis hierhin. Ja, Dortmund wäre jetzt sehr sportlich gewesen.
Dortmund wäre sehr krass. Also unmöglich.
Ja, unmöglich vielleicht nicht, aber das wäre nicht in einem Tag machbar.
Ja, das
Außer du hast vielleicht ein E-Bike mit dem Ultra-Turbo-Motor. Aber echt komplett abgelegen, ne? Die letzten 2-3 Tage waren nur Feldweg, da kam nichts.
Aber fandest du es cool oder fandest du es nicht so geil?
Ja, Feldweg war cool, also es war schön flach, da kannst du
Ja.
ein bisschen schneller fahren, aber ja, weiß nicht. Ich fand Tag 1 ein bisschen,
Ist langweilig dann vielleicht, wenn man
ja, es ist so mehr ereignisreich, wenn du so durch Städte fährst oder irgendwas.
Na, also wenn du willst, ich kann dir mal dein Zimmer zeigen.
Ja, sehr
Also
gerne.
außer du möchtest für den Wald.
Bro, auf gar keinen Fall.
Okay.
Auf gar keinen Fall nochmal draußen. Die nächsten Tage werden schlimm genug.
Guck mal, das ist das Zimmer, wo sonst immer Lennart schläft. Aber ich muss sagen, meine Eltern zurück seit 1,5 Jahren.
Okay.
Deswegen hat ich jetzt wahrscheinlich ein bisschen überrascht, ne?
Nö, eigentlich nicht. Im Hintergrund war immer deine Freundin irgendwie und dann noch eine andere Frau. Dann dachte ich, du hast keine 2 Freundinnen, also willst du eine Mutter sein.
Seit niemals nie.
Ja, so weiß ich ja nicht. Weiß ich ja nicht, was es meins wäre. Wow, das ist heftig.
Aber ich überlege, ich frage mal kurz meine Freundin, ob das frisch ist.
Bro, das ist mir so egal.
Ist dir scheißegal?
Das ist mir komplett egal.
Ja, also wenn es nicht frisch ist, ist es einmal benutzt. Finde ich Ansprüche, ne, wenn man so lange gefahren ist. Und
Komplett.
jetzt haben wir die doppelte Kamera-Action. Das ist geil.
Wow.
Guck mal hier. Hier ist ein Krokodil.
Das ist echt, oder?
Das ist echt, ja.
Wow.
Da drin liegt aber. Sieht gut.
Was?
Sieht gut aus.
Ja, bei dem Licht hoffe ich aber nicht.
Das war 80% der Videos stattfinden.
Wow.
Hier ist das.
Ey, nice. Ja, heftig. Oh, wow. Ich fühle mich wie eine Simulation gerade. Ey.
Das ist crazy, oder?
Ich wollte mich da immer so einen Tisch holen, ne?
Ich hab den auch erst seit kurzem.
Wow.
Und am Anfang hatte ich den immer auf Steh, auf dem Schreibtisch. Aber da habe ich nichts reingeschrieben leider, aber es ist trotzdem cool.
This really is as good as it gets. Lual, the gentleman that we sleep at today, is a very nice guy, and they just offered me this whole room with the bed. We'll pack everything up, we'll change, brush our teeth, and then sleep and end the day with this. We've eaten something, we've talked, and Lual is just the same minded, as you can say, and I highly appreciate the trust and the honesty for me being able to sleep here for today and tomorrow maybe. With that being said, this concludes today's episode, and I hope you enjoyed this trip. We ended up at 180 kilometers done today, and we've arrived in Ahrensburg here, just next to Hamburg. This is it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, do whatever you want, and we'll meet in the next episode. Until then, have a great time and good night.